What is the crack? Everybody, welcome back. So today we have Jenny on the podcast. What's the crack, Jenny? You all good?
All good in the hood yourself?
Yeah, all good, not too bad. Just chilling, to be honest. So do you want to give everyone a wee bit of like an introduction to you, who you are, what you're about, all of that good stuff?
Yeah, so this is where I'll go quiet and forget my name. So obviously my name is Jenny. Basically my kind of fitness journey. I'm a fitness and strength coach. So fat loss and strength are my main kind of priorities as a coach. But as an individual and athlete, my journey started maybe like 16, 17 years ago. I was like over 20 stone, size 20 didn't fit me, and couldn't walk up the stairs without gasping for breath.
Yeah,
Um, Nowadays I'm rocking out half marathons, hyroxes, competing in kettlebell world championships, and training predominantly women in like fat loss and strength. And my method is basically getting rid of like the methodologies that like I would have jumped to, and
yeah,
teaching people how to like have balance and still get results that they want. So basically bringing it into like a life coach,
yeah.
instead of these 6 week, 8 week fucking crash things that leave you destroyed.
Yeah, yeah, no, honestly, I love that. And whenever I was planning this out, I was looking through your Instagram. I think that pinned post that you have, it's like from 20 stone to unbreakable. Like, because obviously I only know you now. Like, I didn't know you, say, like 16, 17 years ago. So
Yeah,
I think it's mental to sort of think about where you would have been. Like, so do you want to sort of bring us back? Like, what sort of was the breaking point? Because, like, obviously I was probably in like a similar enough position where it was like, you end up in a position where you're really uncomfortable and you're obviously overweight and you know that something needs to change. But it's nearly like for me, even as if before that, until that like one single day, I didn't notice it. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
like for you, what was sort of the breaking point?
Because you don't really see it happening. You see, you don't. For me, it wasn't like a breaking point whereby I wasn't comfortable, right? What started me initially was I had broke up with my ex of like years, and he was an absolute beep, 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 right?
Oh,
We'll say
totally. You can swear, you can
CBMT.
swear.
So he's an absolute cunt, right?
Yeah.
So we had broke up, and I had this overwhelming urge to have a fuck you body, right?
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
like, I
Love
want to
that.
walk past him and think, what have I done? So it was at that time I realized almost the size I was, how unhappy I was, how fucking just not happy in my body that I was. And that was what was driving me. But obviously, that being the drive, I went hell for leather with
Yeah.
like the crash diets, the exercising 2, 3 times a day, the cardio bunny, ordering like fat loss tablets from America, getting them Orlistat, I think they were called, tablets off the doctors that basically like stripped away any fat that you had.
Yeah.
So I would have done all that. And then I ended up quite ill in and out of hospital, like a
Oh,
couple of days before Christmas, passing out, and the ambulance couldn't get my heart started. Like we
that is
thought I was like
madness.
gone. I was just destroying my
Oh,
body. It's insane, isn't it? Like,
that is not wise.
no, not many people like know that even. And so after that, then there was this PT in the gym, and he was doing like a 6 week strength and fitness, it was called, I think. And
Yeah.
I remember saying to my dad, I was like, you know what? Like, I'll give this a go and see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
But like to give it a go, I was like, right, you have to do everything and anything this fella says. You can't do
Yeah,
your shit
you
that you
can't be
want to do,
half-arsed it, like.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
be
yeah.
half-arsed. Um, there was something else I was gonna say and it literally jumped out of my head. But yeah, that was it. That was the turning point eventually because I like done it his way. I started to get a bit stronger, started to get more confident, started to see change. Now, bearing in mind, I was so unhappy and fucking had no confidence. He had to plan all the workouts in the corner of a gym. I wouldn't go into anywhere else in the
That is
gym. I
mental.
needed to be standing in a corner with one piece of equipment that I didn't have to go and get anything, and I could stand my wee corner. So
Yeah.
that is kind of how. And here, I was breaking a complete sweat doing, the foam roller.
Yeah.
You just lie on your back. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
that was an
yeah.
exercise. That's how uncluthed I was. That was
Like,
an exercise to me.
yeah, that's madness. It's mad
Yeah.
to like look at you now, and because I would say like some of the things that you do now and your sort of the way that you train is fucking very rare. Like even in like the fitness industry, even in like say the top 10%, like the shit that you be doing, I would probably die doing. Do you know what I mean? Like the kettlebells and like I was watching your story yesterday of like the deadlift and all. Like it's mad that you went from that point where like the foam roller was hard to now like what was your deadlift yesterday? Like
140 kilos.
yeah, like
And I
that is
will,
mad. And like, do you think at that point where you were in the gym, you were in the corner, did you ever think that you would get to where you are now?
absolutely fucking not. Like,
Like,
no. I was a shell of what I am now. Like, I wasn't the same person. It was
yeah,
insane. I remember it was Jimco, which is where it was yesterday. Like, I remember walking upstairs, not being able to get a breath, gasping for air, hiding in the frigging corner, just being so unhappy. Like,
like that's why. Like, I'm literally like shell shook by that because like obviously I knew like obviously like just from knowing you, like I sort of knew where you came from, but I suppose you don't really know the full extent.
yeah,
Like you don't know the full situation. And I think that like it's such a testament to you and like the fact that like you coach women now who are coming from like a similar position, it's so probably motivating for them because they're looking at you and they're looking at the position that you're in now and being like, holy fuck.
yeah.
Like if she can do that, I can do it too.
Which is the whole kind of point because that's how like they'll relate to me because like I am that normal person who grew up in bloody Town. Like I am her. I'm not some get like my parents weren't athletic. There was nothing, you see athletes now and the whole generation, and they were brought up eating good food and training
Yeah.
well and blah blah. We were brought up in chicken nuggets. No.
Yeah,
So
like
we weren't.
vegan.
Yeah. And like fitness wasn't a thing. Like here in school, I was known for the girl who had the best fake notes for PE class. Like I don't
That is
remember doing like
mental.
I hated the fucking thing, see, because like I was pudgy when I was like at school as well. So I wasn't exactly slim,
Yeah, yeah,
build
yeah.
when you were at school, that type of child. Bullied for being heavy and not the kind of prim and proper girl
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
makeup and blah blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
So going from that, I didn't want to get changed in the changing rooms. You were self conscious, you didn't have that. So then you didn't exercise.
I
You pulled
know.
away from all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
And I actually think that's a bad thing.
mhm.
Sort of like, because when you're like 16, like 15, 16, like girls are fucking bitches.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
100%.
mean? So you would probably get bullied and there would be people making like wee comments and stuff.
Yeah,
And like, I think there's definitely like such a high percentage of girls that don't do PE because I remember whenever I was in school, there was probably more girls not doing PE
exactly.
than there was doing PE. Do you know what I
Because
mean?
of the circumstances of it, because you feel, you have to get changed in the same room as a girl. So if you're self conscious at all, girls are fuckers. They
Yeah.
just are. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're self conscious at all, are you fuck gonna strip down and get changed?
Oh.
You're not.
Do you know
No.
what? See, even now, I wouldn't want to fucking strip down and get
Exactly.
changed.
Exactly. Do you know what I
You
mean?
know what I mean? Like, if you're at like a sauna or something and you're in the change rooms, you've got a fucking towel around you. Like,
Yeah.
you're not just stripping off, tits out.
Absolutely not. And that's the thing. Like, and then like go into the whole fitness thing as well. Like, no one met you where you were at. So if there was a girl and she was like an athlete there for fuck's sake in school, and you were the girl who couldn't run the length of herself, there was
Yeah.
no adaptation to it. There was no
Yeah, no,
changing
that's
it to
true.
make it suit or anything like that. So straight away you felt that pressure of not being as fit as everyone else.
Yeah,
It
there's
just
such like
put you off.
there's such a roadblock there, and like I think like no offense to PE teachers, if a PE teacher's watching this, but I think like in my school anyways, there were bitches like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh my God, you can't run, what's wrong with you?
yeah,
Sort of
exactly.
sort of vibe. So I think there's definitely like I think that then leads into adult life. Like you probably subconsciously avoided say the gym and avoided environments like that because you had such a negative experience with it when you were younger. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And then a lot of people have that now too. They still think like, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure there is still gyms like that, and there'll always be that place where there's
Yeah.
still a bitchiness in the groups, but it's finding somewhere that doesn't have that. And that's one of the things like I'm so fucking proud of like Unbreakable. Like we don't have the fucking clicks. Now maybe it's because we're small and I
Hmm.
have like 25 to 30 people and it's like four in a group, four to six in a group. And
Yeah.
maybe it's because of the kind of age category that we have, but there is no bitchiness. Everyone is literally buzzing to see someone else do well. Like it's such a
Like
class environment, and
I
like
love
this
that.
is the opposite of what I had.
Yeah, 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 and like that's what you want coming into sort of this like journey. Because if you're a beginner and you've never been to a gym before, you do like just have your dog barking.
Yeah, I'm like about to shout,
Guest
shut
appearance.
up.
No, to be honest, I'm stressed because like my podcast is fucking chill. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, what was I even saying there? Yeah, you know when beginners are sort of like going into the gym for the first time, they definitely have this like what's the word? Like judgment
yeah,
about the type of people that are going to be there, how they're going to be treated. People are going to look at them. So I think if they can come into an environment like yours, like your wee gym, where it's like everybody is supporting each other, like you're celebrating other people's wins.
yeah.
It's like that first initial step, and they're like, fuck, this isn't actually that scary.
100%. Because see the amount of like ladies that have like started with me, and that's one of their first comments is like they're like, Jenny, I felt like part of the team the first bloody week. And I'm like, that's fucking exactly what I want. Like
Yeah.
that is it. See that? It literally lights up my life when
I
you
know,
say
and
that.
you're
I'm
like
like, that's
beaming it.
unreal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
literally.
buzzing because you're like that's because you know how hard it is to start. You know how hard it is to feel like I mean, everyone wants to feel part of a group. Let's admit that. We're human.
Yeah,
You can't say you give no fucks. You do. You always give something. We're like that type of person who like wants to be part of things. It's just what instinct.
just natural. Yeah,
Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So like everyone wants to feel, no one wants to feel excluded, and that's the thing. Like a lot of the time, like on like say consultation calls and things, a lot of people will say to me, "But like, is there mirrors and does everyone wear full faces of makeup?" And I'm like, I don't wear fucking makeup. I mean, it's very rare that you will see me butter
yeah,
my arse. I said, so no, we're not that type of. So you can see that conception coming out already of the pretty girl with the tight
yeah,
leggings and the
yeah.
boobs out, and you're
Literally,
like,
and,
nah,
like
yeah,
I feel like it's worse nowadays because like obviously like everybody likes to wear nice clothes and like feel good and all
yeah,
of that. Yeah, 100%. But I think see nowadays, like I don't know if it's because of like social media, but I feel like you're made to feel like if you're not in the gym in like a matching gym set with your hair a certain way, with makeup on, with your fucking matching bag and matching shoes and matching water bottle, that you can't go. Do you know what I
no,
mean? It's
100%.
like
It goes back to like in the school days when like you didn't have the designer goodies, you had
yeah,
Primark,
yeah.
it's the same fucking
No,
thing. It's just
literally.
adult version.
Like I was actually talking to one of the girls in the gym the other day, and we were saying if we could wear our pajamas to the gym,
100%.
literally would. Like I think you do get to the point definitely with the gym thing that you just don't give a fuck.
Right? Now maybe it's different because like the gym is outside, right? But the way you get days where you just can't fucking train. You really, really don't want to. And I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're 20 here, right? I have literally went out to the garage in my pajamas. I kid you not, lied to myself and said, "You're just going out to bring a kettlebell in here and then train." It's a lie. It's a lie to get my
Yeah,
fucking ass into the gym. But because then I went out in my pajamas, I'm not going
it's
back in to
grand.
get
Yeah.
changed.
And like
Swear.
to be fair, see getting in is the hardest bit. Like
100%.
it's so annoying though. I think especially in winter because it's freezing.
Yeah.
Like I usually sit in my car with my heat on full whack for like 20 minutes. I know that I want to train,
You
but
just can't get out of the heat.
yeah, it's just like getting out of the car and like the gym I train in is like a warehouse, so it's fucking freezing. So
Yeah.
I have like 4 layers on at the top, 4 layers on at the bottom, my coat, a hat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact
It's
that you
just
have a gym
swear.
in your back garden is the dream. There's
Swear.
like
Like,
no
I mean,
excuse now. You can't be like,
hence
no,
why
I
the
can't.
pajamas happened. It was like,
Yeah,
right,
but
get
here, that's
out.
a good thing. That's a good thing. If I could train in my pajamas, I would, to be honest. So like sort of from where you were like 20 stone to now, what do you sort of think the hardest bit of like the whole thing was?
What was the hardest bit?
Yeah, like the biggest struggle, something you struggled with the most.
Oh, I don't know. See, this is where I forget everything. I honestly still say to people like the hardest part was getting started. Because once you get started, especially like if you get started with the right person, if you get started
Yeah.
with the wrong person and they're trying to get a photo out of you, then you're
Yeah,
fucked,
red
right?
flag.
Because you're fucked, you're gone because they will teach you everything that you don't want to fucking know, but they're
They'll
putting you
teach you
straight into that.
the crash diet
Yeah,
and the fucking here, take this weight loss tablet.
yeah. And now, in fairness, like the guy I started with, he was relatively new, which is fine. Did we kind of experiment with a few, I wouldn't say crash diets, but I wouldn't do it with clients now, so it
Yeah.
was still a wee bit kind of extreme here and there, but
Mhm.
equally he wanted a long-term result. So I was lucky because he wanted to do things bit by step by
Yeah.
step.
It wasn't like an 8 week thing.
It wasn't like an 8 week thing because he wanted, effectively he had relatively no clients, so he wanted to keep the client.
Yeah. Well,
So he
that's
had to
good.
go slow, that type of thing. So I would say like the hardest part was starting still. Hardest part was starting. Because
Yeah.
once you start and you like if you put everything in, if you don't put everything in and you're showing up to one class and you're not doing what the coach says and you well then you're not going to get the results. And you technically, in my opinion, still haven't fucking started.
Yeah.
Because if you can't give it 6 weeks of commitment, you haven't started. You're half in, half out.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
if you give it 6 weeks of proper, I'm doing everything this fucker says, you will get the result.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
nothing
that's
to
where the
lose.
momentum takes over. You just start getting new goals. You just start
Yeah,
going,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
we've achieved this one. What's next? And then once you have another goal, you know where you're going. You have that path out in front of you. And all it is A to B, B to C, C to D. And I still say the hardest part, the biggest struggle is starting.
Yeah. Yeah, I would actually agree to be fair. And I think that that's the bit that people put off the most. Like you'll be the same. You'll get people who will like reach out to you
Yeah,
and they'll fucking hem and haw at it for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then they'll eventually sign up and they'll eventually start and they'll be like, oh, I actually love this.
yeah,
And you're like,
100%.
fuck, I didn't tell you that, did I?
And you get both, right? So you get both. So like I say it all the time, you say it all the time. You'll see the ones who will commit and then
Mhm.
they'll get the results and then they keep going and they're fucking flying. And this
Yeah,
time next year they're a different person than they were when they started. But you'll get the person who will him and ha and then they'll commit. But when they commit, a week in there's an excuse. 2 weeks
yeah,
in there's an excuse. And you're like, would you just fucking commit for 6 weeks and you will literally change your life? You do
yeah,
not understand.
yeah,
But they can, or like balance. So I say about balance, and yes, I go on about balance, but equally, if you want the fucking scale to move and you want the dress size to move, then you don't fucking have balance for 4 to 6
yeah,
weeks. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Balance
yeah,
is like during the year where you're not pushing for 52 weeks a year.
yeah,
You kind
exactly.
of strip back and then you maintain and then you strip back again. There's phases throughout the year to peak and there's phases to like maintain.
Yeah,
That's where your balance
great.
comes in. But some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are like, but I want to go out every weekend for these 6 weeks. Well, then you're not fucking losing the stone
yeah.
that you want to lose.
And like I think it's so frustrating because like you'll be the same. Like you get people who come to you and they do give you say like 4 weeks of 100%.
Uh-huh.
And you see the potential and you see where it can go. And then it's like one thing happens one night out and then it just sort of snowballs.
Yep.
And it's the most frustrating thing ever because I'm like, you don't know what I know because I've been
Yep.
there and I know what this end result can look like.
And you can see it happening before it happens. You're like,
Yeah, and
don't do that. I've
you're
done it.
like
Don't do
on
it.
edge. Yeah, like
It's like
honestly.
your story all over again. You're like, I've done that. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I'm fucking telling you
Yeah,
40
like fucking
times.
chill. Because like I think it's good because like we've both been through like our own sort of journey. So whenever you do get clients come to you, and obviously people are always going to struggle with something. Something's going to come up eventually somewhere along the
Mhm.
line. But chances are like we've been through it.
Yeah.
we've dealt with that. And like I would say, like I must be like touch wood. I don't want to jinx it, but I must be the most unlucky fucker in the world because if there is something that I can struggle with and that can go wrong, I probably will. Like, do you know, I've been losing weight for fucking 5 years and I'm only happy now. It didn't need to
Yeah.
take 5 years, but it's like just every little setback and every little excuse I've been through it. And you're probably the same. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you look at even the difference in me, like from January to now.
I know, because
That, I mean, that could have happened last year, but it didn't for whatever reason because
yeah,
I didn't put in the same work. Do you know what I mean? It took something to
just
kick
the,
me
yeah,
again and go, fuck this. I'm not happy. This isn't what I
yeah,
want. I want more.
yeah.
And you put in the more effort, you put in that. I'm not going to say I haven't had balance because I have. How many holidays have I been on
I
this
know
year?
every time I'm on your story, you're going
I'm
somewhere.
away.
But to be fair, in fairness, you go away for hyrox
Mm.
and the World Championship. So like, you know, I feel like it can be okay.
It's a mix of both. But I
Yeah,
mean, equally, like there's the whole fucking carb load before, and then there's the whole
yeah,
croissants after.
true,
So, like,
true.
but I mean, you can manage it. That's what I say to people. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm living it, I'm doing it, so you can do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
doing anything special. I just
yeah.
know what I'm doing.
I think the issue with people managing like balance or like going away is that they then be so easy on themselves, either when they're away and they go too mad or when they come back.
Yeah,
Like I always said, everyone, if they're going for like a meal out, especially with like Christmas, like the one meal or the one night out that you have isn't what ruins your progress.
it's
It's
the
everything
afterwards and
else that you're
beforehand.
doing.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna wake up on a Sunday morning, you're gonna be hungover. You have a choice to get back on track and go to the gym, but
yeah,
chances are you're gonna lie in bed and you're gonna get a takeaway and you're gonna feel like shit.
100%. Or what I say to people is like, I don't drink an awful lot now because I can't be bothered with the fucking come down. I hate it. I hate the feeling for like two
Yeah,
or
no,
three
me
days
too.
of feeling shit, training, feeling shit,
Yeah,
feeling meh. I hate all that. So I don't really overly drink. I have a pint of Guinness or I have a Prosecco or whatever, and that's kind of me. But
yeah,
before, when I was like, when weight loss was my goal, and like I was out on a Saturday night and it was like full on every shot going, and I was like still trying to lose weight. Breakfast and lunch was on fucking point that day. Then I went wild that night. But when I came in, I already had like a chicken sandwich and a pack of salt and vinegar crisps and a pint of water sitting for me walking through the door.
yeah.
Because let's face it, who goes out on a night out and doesn't want to munch when they come in? You do.
Oh yeah.
So I
Oh
just had it sitting there. So because it was sitting there, I didn't make shite. I didn't go to a kebab. I had that. And then
yeah.
Sunday, had a walk planned or something with someone to pick me up.
Hmm.
There's you straight out Sunday morning, away
Yeah.
a walk, and there's your mindset changed from dirty takeaway, lie and watch Netflix all day. But again, you have to want to do it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that people don't want. Because it feels hard. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do to go on a night out. All your friends are getting a big dodgy kebab. That'll probably give you food poisoning too, to be fair. But
Make
it's
you broke.
hard to it's hard to go and be like, no, I have food at home.
It's hard, and I get it. It's hard, but equally, what I used to say was, they're not living in my fucking body.
True.
They're not. That's what I started to get in the way of saying. I started to say, yeah, okay, it's hard not to do what everyone else is doing, but they're not waking up feeling the way I feel. So it's up to me. Do I want to feel like that next week? No.
Yeah, and I
So
feel
I
like that,
started doing what suited me.
yeah. And like that can sort of go for like anything because like I think something that sort of held me back a lot probably was listen to what other people are saying.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're going to the gym, you're eating healthy, like everything's good, you're feeling good, but people are saying to you like, oh, would you not have a day off? Would you not skip the gym? And you can listen to that and you can be like, yeah, do you know what? I have been putting too much into this. Let me take a day off. But is that truly what you want, or are you just doing that for other people? Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Or like the classic one is like, my husband or my partner is a feeder, or, they just want to sit in and cuddle. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but does that make you happy? Like, do you have to eat everything he puts on the plate? No.
like
Like
you're in
you
control.
don't, you can choose. Like,
Yeah.
where do we become them people that like we literally just no, fuck that.
Yeah, like there definitely is a point where you need to put yourself first. And I don't think,
Sometimes it's an excuse, like I think too. Like it's kind of like
yeah,
my husband's a feeder, he just wants to sit in and okay, let him. But you can
yeah,
still go out for a half an hour walk first and then sit with him.
yeah. And if you're sitting with them, it doesn't need that you don't need to eat a fucking pile of shite. Do you know what I mean?
No. Like you think
People,
of nowadays, I mean, even like popcorn, I'll say to people, like, fair enough, say they're sitting and they want to munch fucking three, four bags of crisps and two Mars bars. What about a bowl of popcorn? Like, I mean, popcorn has bugger all calories in it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
munchy, it's sweet, it's salty. That is one of my go-tos. So then, like, I enjoy it.
And you can literally get like the way individual packs,
Yeah,
like the multi-pack, and it's like already portioned out for you.
it's
It's like 100
63
calories.
calories or
Sit,
something.
fucking eat it and watch a
Yeah,
movie. Have three bags if you want.
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not difficult. It's just people don't want to do them things. People like the easy life sometimes, I think.
It is. It's kind of they want the result, but don't want to do the work that needs the result. Or like your post the other day, I was like, "Fuck, that's right. You're lucky." So the amount of people have said that, and I'm like, "I'm not fucking lucky. Have you seen the
No,
work I put in?
literally.
Absolutely not."
And I think that's the issue though, because people don't actually see the work that you put in.
No,
So
they see the result.
they see you now, but they didn't see you when you were, say, 20 stone, when you were overweight, when you were in that position. So I think as well with like the fitness industry and like coaches and all that, people look at you and they'll be like, well, you're a coach, so you must have popped out of the womb looking like that.
Yeah.
But
Or
it's
it's
like,
easy. It's easy.
yeah,
It's
it's
easy for
easy for
you. No,
you.
it's not. I fucking hate it some
And
days.
you know what? I actually think sometimes is it harder for us because it's our whole fucking life and you never
Yeah.
get a break from it then. You
Yeah.
know the way for a lot of people, like they'll work like a 9 to 5 and the gym is like their downtime.
Yeah. So it's their release.
It's sort of not for us because it's our job. Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
I've thought of that recently. I'm like, because even like getting out of the gym, I'm like, right, I need to go to a different gym. And then even the gym I was in, I
Yeah,
was like, okay, I need another gym here for like a different day a week, just because like you work in it, it's your environment. You know, even when I'm like in gym go, there'll be people saying, I can't get this or I can't get that. And like straight away your coach of mind takes on. You're like, why don't you try it
yeah,
this way? Why don't you try it that way? So technically you're still working.
yeah, yeah. And
So
like
you
you're
need to
talking
switch
to
off
people
and you're
and like,
talking. So
yeah,
then even today I was like, right, I'm going to the gym coach city side. I just need a break. And
it's
that was it. You walked
great.
in, you didn't talk to anyone, you just trained.
No one knows you. It's
Oh, it
grand.
was class. It
Yeah,
was brilliant.
yeah.
It was like fucking, it was unreal.
Yeah, but I think that's a big part, like, because obviously I would say for you to get from where you were to where you are now is like that's like a fucking massive achievement and like that can't have been easy.
No, like I remember, like even way back at the start, like before I had started, like there was some really dark times. Like there
Yeah,
was some really there was like moments where I was like lying on the bathroom floor. Like I remember the state I was in before like we even broke up. Like I was so fucking unhappy. Like clothes weren't fitting me. Couldn't fucking go a walk without gasping air. Like I remember sitting on the bathroom floor literally contemplating fucking life. Like I'm not joking. It was dark.
yeah,
Like fucking dark. So sometimes I click on nowadays and then memories will pop into my head and I'm like, how are we there? Like, how are we so fucking low compared to where you are now?
I
And you
know.
almost pinch yourself as if to say, is this real? Like, am I here?
Yeah,
You couldn't write it. You couldn't imagine it. Like, even last year, I look back to last year or the year before and I'm like, how am I so different?
I know. It's mad.
But it's just consistency. Like, I haven't done anything special. I haven't went anywhere with this amazing person that knows something different. I'm just very fucking consistent. And
Mm-hmm.
when I want something, I will go and get it.
Yeah,
But
100%.
people think too, I think sometimes people think like consistency is being perfect. Because my clients will say it all the time to me, they're like, but you're always on form, you're always on top. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Did you not see my deadlift yesterday? It went up for brute force and fucking ignorance and dirty looks. Like that wasn't going up. I was just so pissed off then. I was like, this isn't the day to fuck with me. Just move.
Just get all your anger out on it.
I swear. Whereas like years ago, I'd have done that the first time, it wouldn't have moved. The second time, it wouldn't have moved. The third time, it wouldn't have moved. So again, it's things changing. It's just growth. It's just learning. 2 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. That deadlift wouldn't have moved the second time
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it'd have been in my head.
Yeah.
So again, it's just things change and you just get better the more you do it. It's time.
It is, and like you're always improving. Like I think it doesn't matter what sort of level you get to, like as a person, physically, mentally, coach, PT, whatever, you still have something to learn. And see the day
100%.
to learn, you're fucked.
Oh my, that is like, there is like a quote that says that, and it's so fucking good. I love it. Like, you should be able to learn from everyone.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
there's always, like, I say it all the time, like, sometimes people, when I'm like coaching them, say some of the girls have been with me like 4 years or whatever, right? And I change something with maybe their squat. I'll be like, right, I need just to do this now. And they're like, so was I doing it wrong the whole time? And I was like, well, I mean, I've been deadlifting for 14 years and I still get told to change this and change that. So if you think you've been doing it wrong, then I've been doing it wrong for 14 years. You don't. It's just there's always a way to make it more efficient, to
Yeah,
get more out of it. But if I was to throw all of that at you when you're only learning it, you'd pick up fuck off.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So it's like that whole thing where get you to a certain level and then improve it. And if
Yeah,
I'm still like 14, 15 years getting tips on deadlift and tips on squat or bench, well then so can you. You've only been training for a year.
100%. Like, and
You
like
know?
the big thing, like even like out of the gym, because I think people will do like 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and they'll be like, "Oh right, I'm grand now. I know how to track food. I know how to go to the gym. Okay, see you later." But like, it's
And then
like
it all goes to shit.
yeah, like there's still like so much to improve on. Like, see for me, like my life's pretty fucking 100%. I barely miss a beat
Yeah.
in my day with like my routine, but still at the end of the week, there's like things I'll look back on and be like, right, that could be a little bit better, right? This could be a little bit better. And then once you improve all them little 1%, it goes back to the consistency, like
Yeah.
nailed, and then you do move forward. Even if you think right now in my life I could not improve one single thing, there definitely is something that you could
there's
improve.
there's always one thing, and it's tiny things. It's like even like we do like review forums, same as you. Like the girls will do like a review forum. I'll get back them check-ins on a Monday, and one of the things is like what would you improve on, or what's your intentions? So like, oh, I don't need to improve on anything, and I'm like, oh, you absolutely fucking do. Like, are
But
you telling me like you couldn't do one more thing better in your life? Like that's balls.
yeah, no, like my coach's check form has that same question, and I always write everything.
It got to the stage where like same mine with a guy who just got to the stage where I was like, I'll send you the list. Intentions for the week. I'll send you the list.
Because there's so much, and I think you learn that through time. Like, because even say like maybe 3 years ago, I was probably thinking in my head, right, I know so much with training, with nutrition, but whenever I look back now, I'm like, what the fuck? I
Yeah,
knew fuck all. And like, there'll be someday I look back at where I am now and be like, what the
you'll say
fuck?
the same.
God, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's mad. And like I was actually thinking about this the other day. You'll probably be the same. Like from where you were and from where I was, like I for me it was only 5 years ago to be fair. It's still pretty new. But like see if on that day one when I first decided, right, I'm gonna fucking change something. If I had have known how long it was gonna take me to actually get to the point where I was happier, I was more confident, I probably would have been like, fuck this. It's
here,
too long.
snap, snap. This is the thing too, right? So it's weird. So like this time last year, I'd have been like, I was okay. I didn't think I needed to change, so to speak. Now I look back at photographs or like people send me photographs and I'd be like, that wasn't me, fuck off. So at the time, effectively, I was relatively happy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that that can't change. You know what I mean? So I'd always say, like, you can be happy, like, I can be happy now. I'm pretty fucking happy at the minute with like my body, my strength, my fitness.
Your arms. Your upper body puts me to shame.
sort of fuck. Or sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh wow, you've
Well,
got muscles. But there'll be sometimes like I'll look at that and I'll be like, I'm happy now, but I still want more. So like this time next year, I'll be sitting in a better position and I'll be like, oh, you maybe weren't that, you weren't okay there. But
Yeah,
at the time you're happy, which is fine because you did the work to get there and you can be happy. But then you can also change your mind and go, no, do you know what? I want fucking more.
yeah.
Simple.
People need to be okay with that because I think, especially when someone's like losing weight, they'll sort of get to a point and people will be like making comments to them like, oh, you've lost so much weight, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll think, oh, I shouldn't want more.
Yes.
They'll just sort of stop because of what other people are saying. Like, it's easy. And like people say, like, oh, are you still doing that? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
God forbid, I want to constantly be better.
See, that's a weird one too, because I have this client and she will say to me, sometimes she'll go through this wee phase where she'll say, like, I'm sure people are looking at me thinking, like, you've been training 4 or 5 years. Why do you not look better? And I'm like, who the fuck would say that for a start and whose business is it? But it kind of puts it in her head then where she's almost going, I've been training for 4 years. Should I not be better or should I stop? And I'm like, because you want to feel good about yourself, because you want to get stronger, because you want to get fitter, because some dickhead who's lying watching Netflix eating Ben Jerry's every fucking night has made a dicky comment. They're not your people anymore. Leave them fucking behind. Like,
100%.
no.
And I think that is a big part of like improving your life that people don't actually talk about. The amount of people that you maybe won't be friends with anymore, or the amount of
Yeah,
people that won't support where you're going. And like, I actually think that's the hardest part because you have to go against that.
it
Like,
is actually.
you deep down know this life and this like group of people isn't what I want to be. Because like, there's that saying, what is it like? You're the average of like the five
The
people.
5 people.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're friends with four alcoholics, you're the fifth.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you do actually want to change, you're gonna have to probably change the people you surround yourself with. Did you get a lot of that?
Oh,
Like,
100%. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, basically, the people that I would have hung about with now, I mean, I haven't seen them in how many years. And it still happens now. People, I don't want to say like there's not an awful lot of people because it is, but it's the right people you need to find because there's a lot of people that will, I'm going to say support in fucking inverted comments, but they'll support the misery. They want to support the feeling fat, the fat club, the we can't lose weight, the fucking whinging and the crying and the sob stories. People will be there for that, but as soon as you start to make the progress, as soon as you start to feel better about yourself, they don't want you to fucking do that. So
yeah,
they're not your people anymore. They just need to be slowly faded out. And I think it's very hard because again, like that human interaction where we want to be friends with everyone, but people want to live off misery. They don't want to be in that kind of growth mindset or supporting mindset. So they're happy to be there for you when everything's shit. But as
mhm,
soon as you start to be confident and feel good about yourself, they don't want to be there. And again, the only type of people who do want to be there are the like of us, the ones that are like continuing to like improve, the ones that want to see you do better. So again, it's kind of evolving to a different group of people.
yeah,
And it's not, it's sad almost because you feel like you're losing something, but you're not because see, once that shitty relationship goes, you actually feel free. Like you feel like a weight has been lifted. It's such a weird fucking feeling.
yeah. And like you look back in like a couple of years and you'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why was I around that person? All they did was all they were doing was misery. Like they just, you can feel it. Someone, guy, energy suckers, vampires,
Yeah,
call them vampires, like,
yeah,
because
because
they just drain you.
yeah.
There always has to be something negative, or always has to be, I can't lose weight, I can't do that. This is too hard. And you're like, just fucking do it.
Yeah, and like if you're around that enough,
You
that'll
believe it.
become your thoughts
Yeah.
also. Like I think like something that's like underrated as fuck is like the people that you're around, the environment that you're in. That'll dictate how successful you are. Like if you live in a house and like your whole family are like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you still doing this weight loss thing? Are you still going to the gym? Like, oh my God, chill out. That will impact what you actually do.
Yeah.
And you'll start to believe it too. You'll be like, what the fuck am I doing?
So going back to that saying, like about five, you're the average of the five people you spend your time with. It is so fucking accurate.
It's mental. And like, I think only when you come out of a situation like that do you actually realize where you were. You maybe don't see it at the time.
I don't think you do. I think it's like, like a relationship and all your mates are like, that guy is an absolute wanker. And you're like, no, he's not. He's the love of my life. And then like you broke up and like 3 years later, you're like, what the fuck? Why didn't I see that? He was a prat. You see nothing when you're in it.
Mad.
Same as the weight gain. I mean, how did I not see that like I was over 20 stone and like a size 24 in a fucking shop did not fit me? How did I not see that? How did I not see that happening? Why did no one tell me? You kind of have that. You're like, what was I just going to get carried out of the fucking house? What if I'd have died in bed? How did we get me out of fucking crane or something? Like, come on.
I know it's mental. I think like you nearly pull the wool over your own eyes with it. Like, cause like I was the same. Like I went from I don't know how much weight I must have gained like fucking 20 kilo in about fucking 6 months. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How did I not know? How did I not be like, fuck, I'm getting a wee bit chubby here?
I think it depends, like, too. And I do say that. I'm like, how did I fucking not see that? But then, like, if I'm being honest and I like go back, like, I was an emotional eater. That is like, so I had a lot of shit going on and like a lot of fucking trauma in my life. And the cupboard was my lifesaver. Like I wouldn't have thought twice about eating like 5, 6 Mars bars, a few packs of crisps after like dinner with the ex, then going to mum and dad's house and having dinner. So like the food volume was food. Food was the emotional comfort because you felt shit. So then you wanted something nice, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. And I
binge eating to the point where you're actually fucking physically ill and then you keep going.
yeah, it's mental. Like I think probably like I think for most people, like fair enough, yeah, you look at people and like I look at myself and like, yeah, I was overweight, you'll be the same, but it's not actually like the physical sort of attachment to the food. It's something deeper within yourself. And like for some people it'll be like you, it'll be like the emotional sort of trigger, like something goes wrong in your day, you go to the food. Or like you, I don't know, it's gonna be different for everybody, but like for me it was probably just like I was too soft, and like people would be like, oh, will we get a takeaway, will we go out drinking, and I'd be like, yeah, because I was so soft. And like for you, your experience with that's completely different, and like it's meant
Yeah.
because you still end up at the same point.
It's so strange, is it? And I always say, like, I think if you haven't been through like anything like that, then you don't understand. Because I do remember, like, when I'd started, no, a lot of the talk was like, there would have been a lot of the PTs and all saying it's very simple. You're just eating too much, eat less. And while that is true, right? While it is true that it's always a fucking calorie deficit to lose weight, simple as that, they do not understand that there is another reason. It's not like you're just sitting there eating to get fat for shits and fucking giggles. They're not willing to take the time to kind of try and help you figure it out. Like, okay, why in this?
Yeah.
Until you understand yourself, then you're not going to change it.
No.
Because at the end of the day, like use emotional eating, it is a fucking coping mechanism, no matter what anyone wants to say. At the time, it is your coping mechanism. And if you don't realize that, you can't replace it. For me, I ended up replacing it. So once I started to realize like I was so overwhelmed and so stressed and I was going to the cupboard, I was like, get the fuck out of the house for 2 minutes. Walk to the bottom of the street. That's all you're doing. So it's like overcoming that yourself and understanding that it is literally changing that mindset because I'd have walked to the cupboard and wouldn't realize. Whereas
Mhm.
I was like, get outside, 2 minutes. If you still feel like eating everything, go and fucking eat it. That's all it was. But by the time I got out into the bottom of the street, I maybe went for fucking 30 minutes walk and came back and that feeling was gone. So then I didn't go to the cupboard. Whereas if you didn't understand that and you listened to the PT that was like, just fucking eat this. All
Yeah.
right, moron, but how am I gonna fucking do that? Like,
Why did you go over your calories? Like just don't eat it.
so he used to wind me up. I was like, you dick, you have no experience. You're just like, grew up with no fucking issues.
No, literally, and I think like that goes for everything, not even just eating. Like if there's something that's like going wrong in your life and it's like a constant cycle, it's probably something deeper than just you can't do this action, like or you can't stop in this example, like eating. Like it's always
Yeah,
gonna be
there's
something,
a reason.
and if you never find a solution to that cycle, it will just keep happening. It doesn't matter how many fucking calorie deficits you do.
100%. Which is why like the fucking stupid crash diets don't work because yes, they will work and get you weight loss initially for the fucking 6 weeks if you can commit to that 6 weeks, but then you go back to your old habits. They're still there because you haven't changed anything.
Yeah, it's
You know,
something.
you haven't found out what needed changed.
Yeah, no, literally. And like anybody could eat chicken and rice for fucking 6 weeks and
Easy.
breaded. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? And then, but you don't learn anything from that.
no. And you don't keep it. You go straight back to your old habits. You put on the weight, and then you feel like shit. Multiply by 10.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh my God, this doesn't work. Calorie
Yeah,
deficits don't work. And that's the people who say that this doesn't work. This
yeah,
works if you have the right system and the right person and the
yeah,
right environment and the right people.
yeah. 100%. And you're willing to give it like that time that it needs. So like, because I'll always say to people, because obviously like I do 6 weeks challenges, and I'd say while it's a 6 week challenge, it's not a 6 week fucking shred. So like, I want you to do it slow. I want you to see changes. I want you to make it fit with your life rather than like lose a stone in 6 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
not what it's about. You know, so I'll say that from the get go. I'm like, we're not, you might lose a stone depending on what weight you are, blah blah blah. But like it's not lose a stone, shred, and do it unhealthily. I want it to fit with your life so you actually have them habits 6 weeks down the line. It shouldn't be difficult. And we want to do as little as possible to get you losing weight, whereas people don't understand that. They're like, no, we should not be doing 20,000 steps and should not be doing 4 days cardio and should not be adding runs. And I'm like, fuck,
Still,
no, slow down as little as possible to get your body losing.
the worst thing is like, do you know when someone comes and like you're setting like their calories and their macros?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I can't eat that. And I was like, yes, you can. Like,
You're just choosing not to.
come on, like, and like, I think, I don't know if it's like women, but I think women especially will purposely eat under the amount of calories that you set them.
Winds me up.
They'll be like, no, I can't eat anymore. And I'm like, if you eat 1,500 calories on week one, what do you think we're gonna do come week six?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to build your calories back up to be able to go again.
It's fucking like it's that old mindset of like less will get you the results. And I'm like, but that doesn't make sense because there is like I mean I have a girl at the minute and sometimes she'll be like, you know, I have no energy, blah blah blah. First thing I said is, what's your food like? Oh well I haven't really been felt like eating. So like I've had like 2 rounds of toast and beans today. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like
Yeah.
there's why your energy is gone. What's your water like? Oh, I'm not really thirsty. And I'm like, oh my God, like fucking drink and eat. But
Open your
again,
drink the water. No one likes drinking water. It doesn't taste
no.
shite,
And the
but
same with food. Like, I mean, I get it. Sometimes, you know, you maybe don't feel like eating or whatever, but like, listen, everyone can eat 1,600 calories easily. Like, we can, which is an all right amount, you know,
like a child could eat 1,600 calories.
100%.
You
Just
know,
make 3 good meals and you're easy.
yeah. And like it
But
goes,
it is, there's something in the back of their head saying, no, I'll eat less. And
yeah. Like maybe
this is why your metabolism is fucked. Like, it doesn't know how to survive on food. Like, I lose on like 2,000 odd calories.
yeah,
I lose weight.
it's the
I
drink.
remember having to like, I swear to fuck, like I remember like when I first started, in fairness, when I first started, there were weeks and weeks where like I was on like 1,200 or something to lose. But obviously, like through building it up and building muscle and needing more food to fucking just waking up in the mornings, I easily lose on 2,000. And when I say 2,000, I'm talking loosely because there'll be things I'll not count. So I know, like, I know fine rightly, like if I'm not losing and I want to lose, I'm like, okay, start counting everything. Like I'll not count the sauce at the minute, or I'll not count the wee bit of the almond croissant I have when the husband has one, you know. But
Yeah,
I'm still losing, so I'm like, why be so strict?
exactly.
Whereas when I stop losing, I don't even need to fucking drop the calories. All I need to do is count everything I'm eating and be like, okay,
And like
we're
that's
back.
like the point you want to get to, I think.
Yeah,
Because like then if you ever want to lose weight in the future or like you have a holiday coming up, blah blah blah, like you know what to do. And it's
100%.
this is my food. I'm a little bit more lenient now, but let me like dial it in a wee bit more.
Tidy it up a wee bit, just get a wee bit more like so for even like so from January, was it? I suppose it was only January and February. I had to make weight for a competition. So I did dial it in. So I will say because people will say to me, they're like, how'd you lose all that? And I'm like, because anything I ate, anything I drank, anything that went through my mouth was weighed and cooked by me. That's it. Simple. There was nothing outside of that. I brought my food to the hyroxes. I cooked my chicken, potatoes, rice, and brought it with me because I needed to hit weight. Very simple.
Did you have a big like sort of cut to do to make weight? Do you have to make weight for was it the World Championships? You have to make
Yeah,
weight for weight,
yeah. So right. So last year at the World Championships, I was like 80 something kilo. Right. That was last November. And I came back and I wanted to be in the lower category. So I wanted to be under 70 kilo.
right?
Qualifying was in February.
Fuck. Like 10 kilos.
So some, things happen. So for a few weeks, it was quite, but again, like, I mean, I didn't drop the silly amount of fucking calories. I think I dropped to like 1800 or something like that.
Which is very doable.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was 1800. It was very high protein. When I say very high protein, it's like 160, 180. It's not exactly that high. And then carbs and fats or whatever. I don't know. I didn't count them, didn't track them. So whatever. So it was protein and calories added in more steps, had 2 runs a week, and then my training just took care of it. So it
Per
wasn't even, it didn't even feel difficult. It just gradually kind of dropped.
and
So
then
then I hit, did I hit 67, I think? So I
oh,
think I weighed in at like 67 and then I've just maintained and it's slightly dropping and
that is
since
mental. So
then,
by February you'd got down say like 13 kilo.
yeah,
Fuck, that's a
yeah.
lot, isn't it?
I was fucking determined. But you see, with like, so it wasn't necessarily like all the fucking food or I wasn't doing hours of cardio, like I wasn't. But see the intensity of like the kettlebells and the weights I wanted to shift, that literally took care of it. Like it was a byproduct of the training.
Yeah, and like your training is mental. If anyone's listening to this, once you listen to this, go on to Jenny's Instagram and look at the fucking kettlebell sessions because holy fuck, I'd die. I would die. I remember when we trained in Marbella,
Oh
like
my God.
you killed me off. Like you were rapping like the pull-ups. Fuck, I have like PTSD from that.
Oh, I remember that. That was so much fun.
How
Oh
did
my God.
How did you find though that like the drop in weight? So obviously you lost like 13 kilo. Did you find that there was a big difference in the amount of weight then that you could move?
Right. So we've talked about this, like this is insane. So obviously logic and books and all say, you drop all the weight, you're gonna lose your strength.
Yeah, because everyone always says weight moves weight.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I like to argue with that, right? But I don't know whether it's unrealistic or it's like a Jenny thing to argue with that. But I'm shifting more weight now than I was when I was heavier.
That's meant.
Do you know what I mean? So like everyone had said that, like they were like, you're gonna lose all your strength. Sorry, I'm just turning that volume up. I think I've lost you. Where'd you go?
Yeah, can hear. Can hear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So everyone had said, like, you drop all that weight, you're gonna lose all your strength. And I was like, okay, am I fuck? So one of my main goals was not to lose my strength. So I
Yeah.
didn't lose any of my strength. Like I'm squatting more than I was. I'm benching numbers that I couldn't hit when I was heavier. My kettlebell weights are up.
That is mental.
I'm defying the fucking logic.
You're defying like science here, to be
Yeah.
honest. Gravity.
So it hasn't now. The only thing I would say that maybe took a bit of a hit would have been, say, like your overhead strict press.
Yeah,
And even at that, it's just a wee bit more difficult, tiny bit, but that's it. But I
that,
can still push the same weights.
yeah. Because obviously, like I've been through like big dieting phases, and something that I always notice when like I don't even know if it's just because of the fact that you're lighter, but like when food is lower, your strength just goes to fucking shit. And like maybe that's a mental thing. Maybe that's like half in your head, half reality.
It's a weird one, isn't it? And it's hard to tell because, like, I don't know whether or not the fact that I didn't lose the strength was me being so brute force ignorance and going, fuck that, I'm not losing strength. So, again, you can go, was it because my head was like, nah, you're moving it?
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
hard to do it.
apart. I think because of your mindset around it, it was definitely like, I don't give a fuck if this weight doesn't want to move, it's moving. Do you know what I mean?
I think it has a large part to do with it because, like, but then equally so does food and energy because, like, there'll be a lot of times where I like, oh my god, sometimes I'll train at like 3 o'clock in the day and I've had a Rice Krispie square. Not saying to do that, don't do that, but it's manageable and I can do it. But equally, say the next day I actually have a good feed before I train, then it's way easier. You know what I mean? So, like, food definitely has something to do with it as well. But a large part of it, I think, too, will be your mindset. Like, I do think you can overcome a lot if you think, I'm fucking doing it. Like, I'll always say to people, see when they're training, they're like, oh, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, you're not going to do it now because you've just fucking told yourself you're not going to do it, especially when it comes to like women and like pull ups or overhead press. They'll almost look at you with fear and go, I'm not going to get it today. And I'm like, no, you're not because you've just fucking done yourself out of that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I think even if like something that like I always think is like if I'm going into like say an exercise or like a gym session and you know that like there's like a certain weight that you're gonna lift. Like say for me, whenever I'm doing RDL, see if I'm like, fuck, I'm doing 40 kilos today. I nearly like get nervous before because you don't know how it's gonna go. But like if you go into that with like an open mind and be like, right, let's just see how it goes. Whereas
Yeah.
going into that and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know if I'm gonna get a rep here. I won't. Because automatically your brain is like, you have failed.
Yeah. Because you've already told yourself that. 100%. Because I like before the world championships there, we were training with like 40 kilo for like cleans. And there was some days where like I actually had to change it. So we would do kind of 10 each hand, right?
Yeah.
And because it was so like 40 kilo, bear in mind, on one arm is like over half my body weight at this stage because I weigh in between 65 and 67 kilo at the minute.
Yeah.
40 kilo clean is fucking heavy. So 10, I would have went into some of the sessions going, I can't do that, like 10 each side. And it was really fucking with my head. So then there was one day I went, you know what? You're only doing a minute and you're only doing five a side. That's it. And I was doing 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
See, when you change that mindset and you went, you're only doing five a side. That was it. Like I was able to do it because the 10 was putting me off because it was so many reps. I was like, that's gonna fucking kill me. All I did was go, you're doing five. Still hit the same reps over the time. Just swapped hands more often.
Yeah. And it's the same if you like go into a set and like say for example I'm looking at my train, I'm like, right, I did 12 reps with this weight last week, I'm gonna do 13. It's easy to just get to that 13. Whereas if you maybe didn't know how many reps you did last week and you were just going in with the fact of, okay, I'm just gonna go until I can't do anymore, you
Yeah.
do more reps. And it's so subconscious. It's mental. It is mental, like. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think so? Obviously, you started doing hyrox and stuff this year. Do you think that that's affected sort of like your strength? Because obviously it's quite cardio based. Do you think that that's had any sort of impact there?
No.
Yeah.
That's like the shortest answer in the world. No. I personally believe that So this year was the year. So I came back. So World Championships last year was like a shit show, right? So there was this whole big fuck up with it. The times were wrong. I ended up getting there and my time was on. And I went, shit, what the fuck? The judges then said, okay, you can go on in the next flight. So I went on an hour later.
Yeah.
Obviously, nerves were up and down and didn't know where I was. Like, I mean, in the warm up area, my t shirt was fucking soaking because I thought I'd missed it. I thought it was over. I'd trained for a year for this.
Fuck.
Where it was such an overwhelming experience. Then I went on and I done it, but I from like the second exercise, I was gassed, I was gone because obviously my adrenaline had went up, it had come down, it had went up. It was so hard. Didn't get the points that I wanted, but still did pretty okay. I think I would have been coming. I think I was coming second or third that year.
Yeah.
Came off, and all of a sudden said, "Oh no, you've been disqualified."
No way.
That I am not joking. My world fell apart because I know people say like, "Oh, it's only a training session, it's only a competition." I was like, "No, it was my whole year."
Yeah. When you put so much in.
Yeah, you'd put up so much. You're paying for coaching, you're paying for kettlebells, you're giving up the time, you're putting in the energy, you're fighting all them fucking battles. And I literally fell apart. I just looked at like the guy trains me was there. They just looked at me and I went, fuck yous. And
Yeah.
walked off. You couldn't speak to me. I remember like that night, I couldn't wait for dinner. We were in like Brussels. I couldn't even go out for dinner with my husband. I was so fucking distraught. Like I was bawling my eyes out. Like you wouldn't believe. No one knew what they were coming back to. So the guy that trains me didn't know. Like we were meeting like the week after for like coffee to kind of talk or whatever, and he didn't know what he was coming back to. Didn't know what way that would go. It was like she's gonna be like done. She's gonna be, and I was like, there was moments where I was like, fuck it, it's done. I'm not doing that. That literally destroyed me. But I came back and went, right, you have two options. I'm either going, fuck it, I want to do everything. I want to be a different animal, a different beast, or I am done. Either or. And then that's where like this year came in where I was like, I want to drop to the under 70 category because I'm not fucking happy the way I am.
Yeah.
I want to do a half marathon. And at the time it was I want to do one doubles hyrox.
How that quickly changed.
So here we've done three half marathons.
Oh,
One of them is up a fucking mountain. We've done four solo hyroxes, two of which were pro. And we've killed the kettlebell competitions and came second in the world championships.
at a lower weight class than 12 months ago, which I think is mad. And I think that's like a good sort of like picture painted of how far you've come.
Yeah,
For anyone who was listening at the start, like to sort of hear about like where you were 20 stone and now like that is everything that you've done this year.
that's what I mean. Like, so look what you can do in a year. Like, it's fucking insane. See, if you'd have told me in November, I'd have done what I've done now. So even when I came back and I was all guns blazing, going, "This is a redemption year. This is the fucking year. We're going to kill it. We're doing everything and anything this year." I did not think I would achieve what I have achieved now. You know,
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. Like if someone had sat you down, you'd have been like, fuck off.
yeah, swear to fuck. So like even in this year, just take this year alone, the plan was one doubles high rocks, one half marathon, and I quote, half marathon was rattle through it. I fucking done the first one in like 2 hours and 5 minutes. So it's not as if it was like rattle through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was a pretty decent time.
And
The
like to run the distance, I would walk a half marathon. Like I couldn't run it. Do you know
And
what I
then
mean?
you look back at like where I was, like when I said, it's a different person. It's bizarre. I can't, I'm looking back at her going, this is for her.
Yeah.
This is for the girl who didn't think she could pick herself up off the bathroom fucking floor at one stage. Like,
I love that. Like, I think even because, like, I think in this fucking podcast, I've sort of got a better picture of where you were. to where you are now. And like I think it's even more, it's mental for a normal person to have done all of that. But I think it's even more mental because of where you've came from. And I think that like that's a fucking inspiration in itself. Do you know what I mean?
Just
So
show a lot of that. A lot of what I do is to prove that you can do it now because like I never knew you could do it. I never like that 6 week thing. I never thought I'd fucking get fit enough to run a 10K. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
like there was not that there was no one I knew, but like everyone you seen was like, the Instagram models, the girl from America, the girl who has the fitness family. Whereas I'm a local girl. I'm just a normal fucking girl that went to St. Genevieve's, was bullied in school, fucking had an ex from hell. So I'm normal. So if I can do it, you can do it. And that's literally what I preach on. So see when I'm fucking struggling, and you do struggle, like everyone struggles, I'm like, remember who the fuck you are. Like I actually have like so bizarre. I actually have a bracelet that says remember who the fuck you are.
I love that. That's class. And that's
That's it.
when you're having like a shit fucking day and you're like, nah, look what I've done.
Yeah.
That's mental. And like just
Saber to like the girls. How can I be like fucking do it if I don't do it?
yeah, exactly. You need to be like an example, especially as a coach.
Yeah.
And like I think you're a fucking mental example because you've done the extremes. You've went from like the lowest
Yeah.
to holy fuck. I wouldn't even say top of the mountain because I'd say like fucking outer space because of how mental the difference is. And like that's fucking class. That is class.
You're still not there either because if you seen me this morning, I was like, right, can I do this next year, this, and that? Yeah.
So yeah, just to like wrap up, what are the plans? Like what's the next thing? Where are you going from here?
Better, more. I mean, I've hyrox planned in. I have my kettlebells, obviously, so I know what I'm doing with my kettlebells next year. I have my strength goals set for the year. I have hyroxes scattered in. They're scattered in for like fun. And then I have like a few strength competitions and things scattered in for fun as well. Something in March planned, which I'm not gonna say what it is until I do it.
I'll be like in March, I'm sitting on your Instagram, be like, what the fuck was that?
It's like it needs to be done before I can tell people. Like it's fucked up. So we'll do that. But like seeing out the end of the year, still have like so we're gonna hit of a shoot coming up next week.
Really?
But
I
like
see that. That's a road move from you.
so with that coming up next week, and then I'm gonna hit retest all my strengths, squat, bench, deadlift, because I've been working in the background on hitting them as well.
Yeah.
So like obviously like we always have kettlebells, high rocks.
Fucking everything. Honestly, that's mental. Like the year that you've had and like see, you're not even slowing down towards the end of the year, so like that's fucking class.
Like, yeah.
Well, honestly, as I said, like it's fucking mental where you've came from to where you are now. If anybody wants to follow like your Instagram or find out what the fuck's happening in March, do you wanna sort of tell us your Instagram handle? Do you know it?
Yeah, so Instagram handle is at Jenny Wylie 88.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to follow Jenny and find out what's happening in March, honestly, I'm gonna set a reminder on my phone. I'm the worst. I hate like a sticker because I'm like I'll be thinking about it. I'm like, what is it? So honestly, what an unreal episode. I'm even blown away at the end of that. So thank you for coming on. Thanks for sharing so much as well, because I think it's really helpful for anybody that's listening that's been like at that start point and where they want to get to, it seems like a million miles away. So I think you're like a true sort of testament of like what people are actually fucking capable of when they commit.
That's it. And that's what you want to show. You just want to tell people like we are powerful fucking animals. Like we really are. There's so much potential there that I think is just untapped because we're consumed by like life's daily fucking stresses that you get sucked into it. Whereas like you have one life. Fucking keep pushing. Like just keep pushing. You
Yeah,
can literally achieve what you want to achieve.
100%. I love that. And that's like such a good wee way to wrap up. Just like fucking do the work.
Just do
Stop being a wee bitch.
it. Stop being a fanny. That's what we hear. It's like stop being a fanny. Just do it. Big girl liquors and away you go.
100%. Well, thank you for coming on. Thanks to anybody who's listened. Hopefully, you've got plenty of value from that. And I will catch you in the next one.